So today we're going to be understanding the basic introduction to CSS Flexbox. So Flexbox is a layout model that allows easy arrangements of elements within a container. So let's get started with our HTML code. First of all, we're going to be making our boilerplate, and inside the title, we're going to be changing the title as what we want. So our title is going to be Coding Cleverly. So inside the body tag, we're going to be writing the main div classes, the div sections. We're going to specify a flex container inside, as we want to display a flex container and flex items inside. So inside the class, we're going to be writing, we want to contain a flex container, and we're going to be closing this bracket. So below this, we're going to be writing another div class, and inside we're going to be telling, okay, we want to display 3 items. So inside this, we're going to be writing flex. We want to display flex item. So we told, okay, we want to display a flex item. And what is it going to be called? I'll just say item 1. So this is our first display. It's going to be displayed as item number 1, but this is in a div class, div section. So below that, we're going to be adding another as followed div class, like the same flex item. Then we're going to be closing this bracket, and followed as we're going to say item 2. We could write item number 2 or item 2, it's the same thing. So below this, we're going to be adding another div section, div class, and inside we're going to be writing flex item, closing this bracket, and follow as item number 3. So this is how we wrote all of this, and we're going to close our div section. So we're going to be saving this, and we're going to be checking what have we even created yet. This is perfect. We see that we displayed 3 items, item number 1, item number 2, and item number 3. So let's go in our CSS, and we'll be opening a new file over here, new text file. Over here, we're going to be going file and save as, go in our folder, wherever we're creating it. Hi.css. It's going to say replace, and I'm going to replace it because I already had a previous file named as that. So inside this, we're going to be writing, okay, we saw that we associated a flex container over here and flex item. We want to change both of them. So we're going to be saying, okay, we had a flex container container. We're going to be opening the brackets, and inside this, okay, we're going to be saying display flex. We want to display a flex. And below this, we're going to say, okay, we want to justify the content. Where do we want to justify it? I'll say in the center. So the text will be in the center. Then I'll say align the items in the center as well, because we're just justifying the content in the center. Height, I'll just do as much height as I want. I'll just say 300 pixels for the starting for now. We could change it later on. And the background color, I'll just add light gray. Let's add light gray inside. So this is our flex container. So we'll be saving this, and we have to link the HTML CSS style sheet. So inside the head tag, we're going to be writing, okay, we want to link it. So we're going to be saying link rel style sheet, link rel style sheet. Then we're going to say ref, and we're going to be telling what is our CSS file name. Hi.css. So we're going to be saving this. We save this. Now we're going to be going in our web page, and we're going to be refreshing this. You see that all of these items came in the middle. It was centered, and there's a light gray color in the background. So let's go back, jump back to our code, and let's see what more modifications can we even make. So we're going to see that, okay, there was a flex container. We contained all of these items in between. So, okay, we have a flex items too. We see that we associated 3 div classes inside. We wrote flex items. So we'll call it, okay, Now we want to see flex items. Flex item, we're going to be opening the bracket. Yeah, it's called flex item. So we're going to be opening the bracket inside, and we're going to be changing background color. I'll say I'll add it to light blue, the default one. Then I'll just add padding inside. Padding, I'll say 10, I'll just say 20 pixels. You could do as much as you want. You just gotta mix and match and just gonna see which one's the perfect one. Margin, I'll add 10 pixels. And now we're gonna save this. We're gonna save our CSS code. We're gonna save our HTML code. Then go back in our web page what we have created. We see the other item, we're gonna refresh it, and now we see this item 1, item 2, and item 3. Let's make this web page a little smaller, and this is how we see. We'll reset it to default. This is the default web page, whatever we're gonna see. So if we're gonna zoom it, we're gonna see it like this. All the way, if you zoom it more, it's gonna be going all the way close. So let me give you a basic understanding of the CSS code, what we wrote. What is it? It's like you're going to be saying, what is this? How did we write it? So let me tell you. So this display flex turns the flex container into a flex container. This display flex, it makes this flex container into a container. You see, then in this web page, this is a container, this is a flex container. So this was all done by display flex. So this was because of display flex, and the justify content center aligns the item horizontally in the center. This was aligning in the center horizontally in the center. This was just justify contain center. It was because of this justify content center. Followed as align items center aligns them the items vertically in the center. It was adding them vertically in the center. So each flex item has some padding and margin, so they are spaced out. These flex items have margin and padding, which are going to be helping them to spread out. Rest, the background color, the height, all are basic things you already know. So this creates a vertical and horizontal centered layout with 3 flex items inside a container. Let's go back in our what we have created. We see that this is the perfect thing what we have created by flex items, flex containers. It creates a vertical and horizontal center layout with 3 flex items inside a container. There are 3 flex items, they're horizontally and vertically equal. So this is the perfect thing what we have created, and I hope so you understood what our Flexbox in CSS and you learned a lot from it. So stay tuned for the next videos, and thank you for 10,000 subscribers. So our next goal is 100,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. Keep learning, keep sharing, and thank you.